We refuse to stand idly by as people enter eternity without Christ when we can share the good news that transforms them through the media they use. Today's media is able to extend across borders, going where missionaries cannot go, sharing the hope of Christ with people who are unwilling or unable to attend church. God has given us the opportunity to serve Him in several unique ways, evangelizing and discipling communities along the Amazon River, as well as using digital media to reach Spanish-speaking teens and adults all over the world. As technology continues to evolve, we are given new opportunities to share Christ's message in unconventional ways. Reach Beyond and ACJB have been using new technologies in mass media as an effective, efficient way of reaching into people's homes, touching hearts, and changing lives. Matt has been leading the new media department for ACJB, the Christian radio station in Quito, Ecuador. For over 85 years, ACJB Radio has broadcasted a message of hope over the air. Now, we are able to not only reach people through radio, but we go one step further by having a deeper connection with our listeners through the use of social media. We're currently using Facebook to encourage our listeners through memes that share a very practical message that can be applied to their daily lives. This content thought out and follows the topics being shared by our producers on air. We have seen our online audience grow dramatically, and we are reaching 1.4 million people around the world every month, making our online audience larger than our radio listeners. Besides taking the leadership of new media for ACJB Radio, Matt is also in charge of the team facet for ACJB Latin America called ControlZ.fm. Control C is a website ministry whose objective is to reach Spanish-speaking teens living in Latin America. The teens of Latin America are a new generation, differing from those that came before them, by questioning what they learn and engaging digitally like never before. In the past year, ControlC.fm has reached over 35,000 likes on Facebook. On top of that, over 2 million teens interact with our memes, devotionals, radio, and videos this past year. We're stepping out of our world and into theirs, sharing with them the fullness of life that comes through Jesus Christ, answering their doubts and examining their viewpoints through exciting content and sensitive, authentic relationships. Although Control C was originally designed for Latin American teens, God has expanded its reach, and we're currently connected to teens in 45 different countries. We are excited to see how God will continue to use Control C this next year. The Lord has been using Matt not only for ACJB's online ministry, but also to help train other radio stations and ministries in the use of digital media to effectively reach others for Christ. He has had the opportunity to go and train people around the world as well as mentor leaders from afar. Even though we live in Ecuador, God has allowed us to work and minister in Brazil as well. As you navigate the rivers of the Amazon basin, you will find thousands of little isolated villages along the banks. The people of these communities depend on the river for their livelihood, the food they eat, the water they drink, for washing and bathing, and for their transportation. Hunting the many animals found in the jungle is also a very important source of food, as is the growing of manioc to make farinha. Medical and dental care is almost non-existent, and the people often suffer from tropical diseases, parasites, and malnutrition. The Brazilian mission agency, Seara, started by Matt's parents, has had a huge impact along 5 of the Amazon tributaries. There are 16 national missionary families and 6 single missionaries working in the river villages, evangelizing, discipling, and starting churches. However, the distance between rivers, the large number of communities they work in, as well as weather conditions, make it impossible to evangelize and disciple new believers on a daily basis. God gave us the vision to help reach and disciple these people using solar power MP3 players. For the past 6 years, we have distributed close to 3,000 players, providing families with quality programming that has helped open up and evangelize communities, as well as helping believers grow and mature spiritually. The MP3 players have the entire Bible in Portuguese, walk through the Bible programs, devotionals, children's programs, music, and much more. The effectiveness of the MP3 player is greater than the traditional broadcast because the people can now listen to the programs whenever they have time and not miss anything. We often hear stories from our missionaries about how the once closed communities have now welcomed them with open arms after listening to the MP3
Os
players.
jardins que temos recebido têm abrido muito portas nas comunidades. São muitas comunidades com relato de que têm ouvido o programa e isso tem possibilidade a gente de levar o evangelho para essas pessoas.
In order for us to carry the vision God has given us, we rely on your financial support. For those of you who would like to know how to donate and be a part of our ministry, please see us for more information. These are people who we must take the love of Christ to by offering our prayers, our support, and our lives. No sacrifice is too great, for Christ has died and shed his blood so that they might be saved. Together we can share the good news that transforms lives. Please join us in reaching people around the world with the gospel of Christ.